Hello guys and welcome. This is iPlay4K, iPlay4K.com or iPlayAK.com, and in this video I'm going to show you Need for Speed 2016 for PC or 2015 for PC. It was released in 2015 for consoles and then in 2016 for PC. Beautiful game running on asus GL702VS strix laptop that is equipped with a single GeForce GTX 1070 video card, 8GB version. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? This is, by the way, is 4K resolution. Let me real quick go ahead and show it to you guys. This is the 4K resolution, everything maxed out, no anti-aliasing. Everything is maxed out. I connected to 4K external monitor to this laptop through the display port. And I'm also going to show you 1080p. Right now I'm running on AC, and then I'm going to try on a battery 1080p on a battery. If not, then we will try a 1280 by 720 on the battery as well. Recording with the shadow play, so please add 3 FPS to the right top. Right top figures self-explanatory, as you can see. GTX 1070M, my video card, its temperature, its load 99%. Its frequency 1519 MHz, then VRAM frequency, VRAM usage or VRAM load 5300 megabytes, total is 8300 megabytes or 8 gigabytes. CPU temperature very high, 96 Celsius right now for a couple seconds. 47% CPU load or CPU utilization, quad core, 8 threads, 8 virtual cores in Windows. 12 GB of total system RAM, which is 12,400 megabytes. Currently using almost 10,000 megabytes, as you can see, guys. And then FPS and delay between hardware and software. FPS above 30 FPS, and it's playable. You can play it like that. It's not totally uncomfortable. It's comfy, guys. Not okay. That guy wanna race. That's like a player. But very close to 30 FPS, so for some people it's not going to be comfortable. For 60 Hz lovers, he definitely wants to race us. But as again, you can lower the settings a little bit at 4K. Let me show him who is the boss, shall we? How about that, buddy? Let's go ahead and have a look with the dynamic particles right here, which is the smoke. FPS even lower than that, 26, so it's unplayable, guys, at 4K on a GTX 1070 laptop. Doesn't matter which brand, asus, MSI, Razer, HP, it's still going to be the same story. Acer, still, yeah, it's a player, guys, it's a player. So he wanna race us, and I didn't play this game for 7 months, didn't race nobody, so I forgot how to race it even. But this is us, this is that player. Hopefully he's gonna find the stream. Yeah, look at him, look at him, look at him. Beautiful game, by the way. Let me show you his Viper. But dynamic particles below 30 FPS, guys. Let me real quick switch the resolution real quick, and hopefully we're gonna keep this guy. Hopefully we're gonna race him as well. 1920 by 1080, guys. The game will be absolutely different now at this resolution, and the FPS will be improved by a lot. This is how you want to play it. This is how NVIDIA envisioned GTX 1070 mobile. Alright, guys, 1920 by 1080. Look at that crazy fast FPS. That guy's probably disappeared. But that's quick, man. Above 60 FPS average on a laptop, guys. 1920 by 1080 maxed out. Of course, it's running on AC. and I'm just curious how it's going to run on the battery. Probably not going to push playable FPS on the battery 1920 by 1080, but I will test it for you 1280 by 720 as well, guys, on the battery. Very comfortable FPS, as again, performance similar to Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture. NVIDIA flagship from 2015, the fastest desktop card that costs a little bit above $1,000. So if you're gonna find this laptop for below $1,200, even with the bad battery, it's a steal, guys. It's a buy, because it's an excellent gaming machine, excellent computer that's going to replace your desktop anytime. You can connect up to 3 4K monitors to it for the multitasking, but unfortunately it's not going to help you in gaming because the FPS will be so low, it's going to be impossible to play on 3 4K monitors. But multitasking, 3 4K monitors to the HDMI, DisplayPort, and Thunderbolt, it's possible on this laptop. It does very well with 3ds Max Studio, 3D modeling, Cinema 4D as well, and 3D animation, as well as video encoding or video compressing, whatever you want to call it, in Vegas and Premiere, no problems at all. Photoshop, no problems, very fast laptop with the Core i7 7th generation CPU, 7700HQ. The problem is this CPU is locked, so it's not overclockable. This is one con of this laptop. And also 12 GB of system RAM is not sure enough, another con for 4K, older 4K gaming like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. If you want to play in 4K at 50-60 FPS, you can do it, but I advise you to upgrade your system RAM, and it comes with 8 gigs and 4 gigs of DDR4 2400 megahertz. You can just replace 4 gigs DDR4 and purchase yourself one 8 gig stick on Amazon for $89 Samsung, and you're going to good to go with 16 gigs. Maximum available RAM is 64 gigs on this laptop installed, but it's gonna bring you so much heat, and it's going to be bad for a battery if you're concerning about your battery life. The extra RAM brings some heat, guys. I learned it when I upgraded in my MacBook. Sometimes 100 FPS average, wow, maxed out, guys. But no anti-aliasing, 1920 by 1080, that's crazy. Crazy FPS. Let me real quick go ahead and show it to you again. Without the anti-aliasing, what about with anti-aliasing TAA? I'm just curious. Still, wow, FPS still above 100 FPS average, guys. The GPU usage second value under the GTX 1070M is excellent, almost, but above 90% is good. Good scalability, good GPU usage. Even sometimes 99%, as you can see. 1920 by 1080, excellent. You're going to enjoy this laptop, and NVIDIA and asus envisioned this laptop for 1920 by 1080 anyways, and it comes with the native 1920 by 1080 75 Hz G-Sync ready monitor. You're going to enjoy. Sometimes it's dropping, as you can see, to 55 because I'm recording with the shadow play in real time right now. You can add 3-4 FPS to the right top, and you're going to be around 60 FPS average even when it's dropping. It's probably going to drop a lot on the dynamic particles, as you saw in 4K. Let me go ahead and test the dynamic particles real quick, and then I'm going to switch to battery. We're probably going to use 1280 by 720 playable FPS on the battery. That's what I'm hoping for. This is your guys' FPS. Check it out. With dynamic particles, 50 FPS, it's dropping to 50, but very playable. This game is ready for this laptop, or any laptop that is equipped with GTX 1070, guys. asus, MSI, Acer, Razer, HP, whatever. Similar performance any laptop will demonstrate, guys, with a single GTX 1070 8GB version of video card. And video card running on stock today, no overclock, but you can also overclock it and push another 3 FPS extra. Alright, time for the battery. I'm disconnecting right now the AC and we're gonna try on the battery, guys. Keep in mind that it's going to bring some noise. Every time I'm disconnecting right now on the battery, it's bringing some noise. Wow, we're running on the battery above 30 FPS? No way, man. Yes, this is on the battery. And I'm apologizing about this extra noise, guys. It always does it when I'm recording with the shadow play and I'm disconnecting the AC. Maybe just because 3 USBs are used and it's not enough voltage or some drama like that. My mic is USB, I'm not sure what happened there, but anyways. Yeah, but sometimes dynamic particles and it's dropping back to 23, 22, so it's unplayable. 1920 by 1080, but I'm running with anti-aliasing, folks, on the battery. I'm just curious about that 1280 by 720 in a second. About that crazy resolution. Because 17-inch screen still can accept that 1280 by 720. It's not going to be such a big deal. Especially when you're going to enable the anti-aliasing. Let me disable the anti-aliasing right now. Pretty much you saw 1920 by 1080 anti-aliasing or without the anti-aliasing didn't give us any big deal. On AC it was like 3-5 FPS lower only, but still above 100 FPS average. And during the particles, heavy particles, dynamic particles, it was like 50 on AC. But look at that, 30 FPS ever, 26, 28. So it give us, without the anti-aliasing, give us about 2 FPS extra. But still, for some people, is unplayable. But I can play it like this, folks. Maybe not to compete heavily, but when to compete heavily, I probably will lower the details, or so 28, 29, 30, 35 sometimes. Without the anti-aliasing on the battery, 1920 by 1080. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to 1280 by 720. Let's go ahead and have a look how it's going to look like, folks. And it's probably going to look crazy. It's probably going to look crazy. Let me lower down the font size. Because again, I'm apologizing about the noise, guys. It does it for me when I'm running on the battery and recording with the shadow play. Sorry about that. 1280 by 720. God, it's so pixelated on the huge 4K screen. It's just such a pixelated without the anti-aliasing. Just pixels like 800 by 600 resolution, if you know what I mean. But FPS are playable, guys. The GPU usage kind of suck. Below 70%, as you can see. So we're not even utilizing our GPU on half power. Probably utilizing only half CUDA cores. Heavy particles, playable even with the heavy particles, guys, with burnouts. Look at that. Huh. Above 30 FPS. You can play it like this. Alright, so this one is playable. But GPU usage kinda suck. If GPU usage would be 99%, our FPS would be probably 60, 80 here. But this is on the battery, guys. On the battery. Means you can play it in the airport, take it with you, and play it anywhere where you like it to play it, you know. 30 FPS plus. Without recording, it's going to be another 3 FPS extra. Keep that in mind. And it's playable. Let me real quick go ahead and enable the anti-aliasing. Maybe it's going to help us with GPU usage. Okay, guys, I'm showing you all kind of options. Don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, look at that. Now it's no more pixelated screen. It's nice and smooth now, and same FPS, by the way. 1 FPS lowered. but with anti-aliasing off we were like 2 FPS more, but without it and without the recording we're going to be the same like without the anti-aliasing. So we're gonna be above 30 FPS and it's playable, guys. It's running smooth actually at this resolution at low FPS, because probably not so much pixel pushing and your eye kinda doesn't react the way it's pushing 1920 by 1080 at this refresh rate. It's playable, guys. One more last test, guys, before I will let you go. 1600 by 900. I'm just curious. Maybe it's going to utilize our GPU better and it's going to give us better FPS than 1280 by 720. Who knows? Let's go ahead and find out. It does. Give us more FPS than 1280 by 720. And this is with anti-aliasing, guys. But utilization a little bit higher than 1280 by 720 second value under the GTX 1070M, as you can see, but still below 80% even. So it's tricky. Probably 1280 by 720 with anti-aliasing will be your best bet to play on the battery and for speed with any laptop equipped with GTX 1070, guys. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best bet, unfortunately, because the GPU utilization kind of suck at the lower resolution of the Pascal GPU architecture. But at least it's playable. Even 1600 by 900 not so bad, but sometimes FPS dropping below 30, as you can see. But as again with anti-aliasing, but what's going to happen without the anti-aliasing, I'm just curious. And of course you can lower down some settings as well. Pixelated. FPS just went up by few FPS, by 2 FPS I would say. Still 2628. So if you want to be above 30, play 1280 by 720, guys, on the battery. This is only playable option for you. Playable, like playable, that it's not going to be so uncomfy on a laptop as again on a battery with GTX 1070, any laptop. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and also keep in mind that this laptop, guys, is faster than a desktop GTX 1070. Desktop GTX 1070 has CUDA cores 1920 and TMU units 120 and frequency with the boost clock 1683, but this card has more CUDA cores, 2048 by 100 CUDA cores more and by 8 TMU units more, and boost clock almost the same, 1645. So the performance out of the GTX 1070 mobile version is a little bit higher than a GTX 1070 desktop version Founders Edition. Alright guys, well thank you so much guys for watching I Play 4K with you today. Don't forget to hit that like button. A lot of time, money, energy was invested just to show you the real-time experience without marketing BS. And subscribe. I will see you till the next time. Don't forget to check out I Play 4K YouTube channel, iplay4k.com. I'm going to create a playlist for you, asus GL702VS strix, and you're going to see the another gameplays from another games on this laptop, and you're going to decide if this is the laptop for you or not. But if you can find this laptop in the price range 1200 and below, this is must buy. Alright, thank you so much for watching I Play 4K. Till the next time, peace.